All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I'm in a little short here, trying to see if we can get a little break back into the original channel. Otherwise, I'm going to start trailing it before the open. Nicely in the green, but it did run me up a little bit. Here we go. I'm going to start trailing this back to the 200 SMA. Peter Chan, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. JC. Well, that's my bot right there. Good morning, Peter. Good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving, bro. Hope you had some good turkey. All right. Good to be back. It's good to be back. Dividend Cake. Good morning. As you guys can see, I'm in a short here. Started it here, and it ran me up a little bit, but still within the channel. So I've been playing that channel highs. Now we're at the bottom, so technically I should get out, but let's see if there's more to this. Otherwise, I'm not gonna allow it to run me back up, and then we'll wait for the open. Dividend Cake, good morning. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. It was good to be it's good to be back. I was out for like a whole week. And I think I'm going to get closed here. So we'll wait for the open now. All right, so that's it for that short. I was playing this. I identified this channel, started trying to play the tops. I figured this 200 SMA would be the rejection. Of course, they ran it up a little bit, and now playing at the bottom. So let's wait for the open now and see what happens. Good to be back. It's good to be back. December already. Oh, of course it stops me out and then goes right back down. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. All right. Well, we got a little bit of green there. Let's see what this market wants to do now. All right, let's see what we've got here. All right, so I think I got all my pivot point levels ready. S2 is at 208. Let's move this down to 208. S2, 208. P is 422. That's the pivot point above us. What's P? P is 422. 345 for S1. 208. All right, I think we got the pivot points laid out. DJ NYCN. All right, guys. Good to see you guys again. It's been a while. Took a whole week off. And the sad part is I was trading, and definitely do a little better when I'm doing it solo. But we're back. We're back to live streaming this week. All right, how much we got? 3 minutes. All right, so this is the channel that I drew. Then you have this regression channel that's playing out behind us. I've already played a short within this channel. Did run me up a little bit. Had to build a short at the top and exited here at the bottom. Let's see if they're going to continue playing that channel or what we're going to do. We got pivot point down here at 208, so potential pullback. And we got 2 minutes for the open. Where was Friday's close? I think I checked those levels. All right, casino opens in about 30 seconds. I'm just trying to see where we closed on Friday. All right, so we closed all the way up around 480. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see what this market wants to do. Starting to wick down here. Potential another push up back into this channel. There it is. All right, so potential coming back to the top of this channel. Let's see if they're going to continue to push up or chop right back down. Looking like it wants to push. Where's VWAP? We haven't had a VWAP touch in a while, so probably around 300. Last time we touched VWAP was at 4 o'clock in the morning, my time. All right, NASDAQ still chopping within that channel. Kite skip, VWAP 303. Yes, sir. All right, here they go. They're coming down. Potential test of that pivot point, 208. Let's bring in the 15-minute opening range just so we know how much this thing is moving. All right, so 54.50-minute opening range so far. And you know what I didn't check today is, do we have news? Do we have any news today? We have PMI. All right, so we do have some news in 9:45 and 10 a.m. Alexa, alarm for 7:43. Alexa, alarm for 7:58. All right, so we do have news. We got news at 9:45 and at 10 a.m. PMI, both red folder events. All right, nasty NASDAQ pushed right on up. And we're in a 60.15 minute opening range. All right, looks like it's going for VWAP. VWAP down at around 300. And I believe I'm in lag. Yep. Oh, man, I'm in lag again. Not good. Yeah, if you look here at the top left, I'm in lag. Okay. No more lag. Ready? What's up, brother? Oh, man, lag. I don't know why I'm in lag again. All right, so came to VWAP. I'm going to have trading view here. Hold on, guys. If I want to trade this. Drewski, what's up, brother? Long time no see. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hope everything is going well with you and everything you had going on. All right, are they going to push above VWAP or is that it? Nicely done, Drewski. 2 6-point trades. That's great. All right, looks like we got a little rejection there at 300. I may have missed that entry. So we'll be a little patient there. Who wants to push above VWAP? All right, it's going to push above VWAP now. Pushing to the moon. All right, we got a 4-hour level right above us. And we got a pivot point at 345. And again, this blue line up here is the pivot point. Looks like we might be going up for that pivot point. Master Trader, what's up? Freddie, what's up? Freddie, the man with the house account green. Where is the house account? All right, so I'm taking a look at Heikinashi candles on the house account here. House account is still nicely in the green. just came into a little bit of 5-minute resistance here, 9 EMA and the 200 SMA right there. I'm sorry, VWAP and the 200 SMA. Man, it's choppy. Look at that. Right back down. Oof. But it's only a what, 80.15 50-minute opening range. Ooh, 200 SMA. I'm going to try a long at the 200. Ah. It entered me a little later than I wanted to. I didn't realize I was in... my entry should have been way higher than that. Way lower than that. All right, let's see if we can get this bounce off the 200. It did reject strong at the 9. My entry should have been a lot lower than that, but for whatever reason, my quant towers got lag. Ooh, now that's not even going to save me. All right, so it looks like we're coming down. Let's see if there's chop to this or that's the move, and I got to get out now. All right, I got lag. Where is the market right now? Because I got really bad lag. All right, I got really bad lag on Quant Tower today. Super Earthman, what's up? Super Earthman, I just experienced that. I tried to enter on a long where I thought was a lot lower, and I got entered way higher than I want. And right now, Quant Tower is in lag. So fortunately, it's only one account. I'm not going to panic, but yes, if you see the top left right here, there's red on my chart. That's lag, and it's telling me how far behind in real time I am. God damn it. Lag killed my trade. I'm on Rhythmic, Super Earthman, but yeah, I'm in some bad lag here and trying to see if I'm going to stay or get out of this. All right, 2 minutes for the news. Alexa, stop. News in 2 minutes, and now I got to make some crazy decisions here. Oh, not good, not good. Oh boy. All right, lag. How many points is that? Oh boy. All right, I'm going to try to DCA my way out of this one. See if I can get at least a break even. Otherwise, lag got me. Super Earthman, good man. It's good to be back, but I had a great time with the family. I took the whole week off. I didn't stream last week at all. So good to be back. Considering I was in lag, I'm going to close that there just to secure the profit. That was a bad trade anyways, but I just DCA to get myself out of it. And I want to get in the habit of that. If it's a bad trade and I'm trying to get out of it, don't go for profit. Don't get greedy. In other words, I was in close to $1,100 in drawdown. Get to break even or close to break even and take a small loss or take the break even. The trade was bad. So don't assume that because you're in a DCA trade that now you're going for big numbers. I did that last week. Last week I didn't stream much, but last week I really tried to play tight. Even if I DCA'd, the DCA was to either break even or less of a loss, and that's what I did here. So got caught up in that nasty lag. Like my Quantar, look at this. If you look at the top left, this red right here, this is telling me I'm in lag. I don't know. I don't know what it is with Quantower. I hate to give up on Quantower. I would hate to give up on Quantower, but this is now almost a week and a half now with lag. And right back up. Look at that chop. That's some nasty chop right there. $100 points down, 100 points back up. That's the news drop right there. Freddie, you're trying to do your own indicators. It's hard, but account and trade evade anyone else hard, but it's 1.8 profit factor. That's good. Freddie, so you got a 1.8 profit factor with a 46% win rate. Hey, man, as long as it's profitable. Yeah, I'm in. Oh, you know what it is, guys? Wasn't there a halt on Friday? I wonder if it's still not continually, if it's not completely recovered from the Friday's halt. All right, market came down 100 points, back up 100 points. And we're back to VWAP and that 200 SMA. And no, I'm not going to try to short this now. As tempted as I am to try to short it right there to play the rubber bands, I'm going to wait for another setup. Did you say gold? Dividend Cake is telling us gold. All right, let's see. Oh, wow. Gold down 30 points on the open, huh? All right, NQ looks like it's making its move. We got 10 a.m. news. Vinny, CME had a cooling issue. Yeah. All right, so market just did a 100 up, 100 down, and now we're back up 100 points. I'm not going to short it right now. As tempted as I am to play that range, I'm going to wait a little bit. We got 10 a.m. news. Got to take it easy. So maybe if this was all CME related on Friday's drop, now we push right back up Typical NASDAQ fashion. Oh yeah, Sunday. I'm looking at Sunday's price action. Man, it came down. I didn't trade last night. All right, so we're in this chop zone. It's about 100 point up and down. I don't know if I want to try my luck anymore. See if we get a better move or a better setup. Yeah, I think this is, I agree with you, Preddy. I think the entry for the breakout was right around here, that 920 SMA area. I'm going to be a little patient, only because of this chop. You've had a round up, round down, round up, and right back down. So I don't want to get trapped trying to long this again. And there they go. Peter Chan, 4-hour level high is 333. And we got the pivot point that was not touched, 345. And as you guys know, my magenta levels are 4-hour levels. That's kind of what Peter Chan is telling us. Right here, this 4-hour level, that's a 4-hour level right there, along with that pivot point right around 335, 345 area. And we got news in 10 minutes. Here comes the 15-minute opening range breakout right there. Maybe not. All right, we got news at 10 a.m. Super Earthman. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Yeah, my Quant Tower is buggy. Well, not buggy. Lag. I got caught in a bad trade with a bad entry because of lag. I was looking at Quant Tower, but didn't realize I was in lag, and price was not where I entered, or price is not where Quant Tower is showing me it was at. Got lucky on a DCA there and recovered that trade, but I'm not happy with Quant Tower. It's been 2 weeks now. I hate to give it up. Beryllium Jesse, what's going on, brother? News in 10 minutes. NASDAQ trying to break out of that 15-minute opening range. There you go. There's your 15-minute opening range breakout happening right now. Super Earthman, yeah, I don't know what it is with Quant Tower. It's never given me issues. I've been trading on Quant Tower for, I would think, at least close to 2 years now. And last 2 weeks have been lag issues. I've emailed Quantower. They told me it was a rhythmic issue to change my city. In other words, rhythmic Chicago was flooded. So I use rhythmic Frankfurt, rhythmic Sao Paulo, and still the same issue today. So I may have to figure out what to do. All right, news in 6 minutes. Looks like NASDAQ is breaking out. Coming to that pivot point, 4-hour level. We should see a little bit of resistance here. Otherwise, they're going to push right through if we don't reject here. You got the pivot point. You got that 4-hour level. My magenta lines are 4-hour levels. Blue lines are pivot points. But looks like they're going to push right on through. And this would be the overnight high as well, right? Yeah. Oh, no. Overnight high is all the way up. All right. Looks like they're on their way up. I'll wait for the news at 10 a.m. and figure out if I take another trade or it's all right. I can call it here and walk out with some green. Opportunity awaits. There's an FVG up there as well. All right, NASDAQ breaking out of that area. That pivot point area was 330, 340, 335. Breaking out. We're at the upper band of VWAP, and we're cruising like it's nothing to the upside. Next pivot point would be all the way up to 420. We got 4-hour level all the way at 520, 530-ish. So this could be a quick move, pivot point to pivot point right there, but all right, a little pullback there and bought right back up. Looks like they're pushing. Looks like that was the entry for a continuation to the upside. All right, we should see a, well, we should, but I would think we're going to get a little pullback at these levels, but not really. They may just push it. I would think this 375 area is going to give us a little bit of a pullback. It's holding for now. Alexa, stop. All right, that's my alarm. News in 2 minutes. That's PMI, right? Yep, we got manufacturing PMI in 2 minutes. We got another news event. 2 minutes for a red folder. All right, here's that little pullback we were talking about. Rejection, or initial rejection there at that area with the pivot point 4-hour level. Let's see if they can bring this back. And I don't know what to do with Quantower. I've emailed them. They've suggested I change the server from Rhythmic Chicago to Rhythmic Frankfurt. I hate to give up on Quantower, but I'm going to have to email them again today and figure out what's going on here. I've switched to Frankfurt. I've switched it to Sao Paulo. Nothing. Lag around the New York Open for 2 weeks. All right, and market calm down here. All right, there's PMI, and as you can see, again, lag. I'm not going to be able to trade anymore, guys. See my top left. Every time you see the top left with red, that means there's lag. I can't. There's the news drop right there. Super Earthman, you're out, can't trade. Yeah, go enjoy the morning, brother. I'm right behind you. I'm not going to be able to trade anymore. I'm getting lag. I got to email Quantower and figure out what's going on here. Although this is looking like a juicy short here. Oh, decisions. Where are we? All right, so that's your 15-minute opening range. Now let's bring in the first 30-minute opening range. That's your 9:30 to 10 a.m. candle. It's those green bars. There you go. They're about to break out the initial 30-minute range for continuation to the upside. Ooh, these pullbacks getting bought right back up. Be right back, guys. All right, so looks like we are still consolidating up here. As much as I want to short it right back down, I'll respect the trend. We are in an ascending channel as well here. Ooh, they're breaking out of that. Will the pivot point hold, or are they going to bring this right back down? Starting to break down, huh? Interesting. And market slowing down now. All right, so far it's been a pivot point to pivot point move. We came down. This is where I exited, or yeah, did I exit here or did I DCA here, and then right back to this pivot point. We're finding a little consolidation area. We have a pivot point above and potentially another move right back down. It's the NASDAQ. Struggling to get above that 9 EMA again. Which way will it go? All right, the 9 is about to cross the 20, which would be interesting if we go back down. Although 5-minute Heikinashi is still showing green, so trend is still to the upside. Trend is still to the upside. These are the Heikinashi candles. They're still showing green. That looks a little better. There we go. All right. Trend is to the upside still, but market slowed down big time. All right, looks like they're going to break above that 30-minute opening range. That's the top green line. And we haven't had a... Did we get a VWAP test after we broke out? I guess we did. Hinting the breakout. Let's see if they do it. All right, here they go. Looks like they're going to break out that 30-minute opening range. That would be your 9:30 to 10 a.m. candle. About to break out right there. That's this green line right here. That's the top. Pivot point right above at 422, 420, 425 area, call it. As much as I want to play that breakout and trend is your friend, with this chop earlier, all it needs is one homeless candle. We're back down. So for now, I'm locking in profit. I'm watching. Nico, what's up, brother? Yeah, man. I know you're in Europe, but we had Thanksgiving out here in the US. So I took the week off, and it's good to be back, man. It's good to be back. So we're in a little consolidation range here. Is it the 30-minute breakout, or are they going to come right back down? Trend is your friend. It looks like they are going to break to the upside, but let's see. Same here, brother. Good to see you. All right, looks like that breakout is coming. And then pivot point up here at 422, potential next move. Yeah, if I've been watching Heikinashi, it's still green. Every 5-minute candle has been green, so I think we are going to continue to the upside. Trend is your friend, so I'm not looking for shorts right now. But I also don't want to get trapped in a long, so I'll wait for a breakout and then a retest. Nico, yeah, this is the 30-minute breakout. This, you're right. This green line and bottom green line it's the 30-minute opening range. So let's see if they break out. I'll be right back, guys. I got kiddo duties. I'll be right back. All right, still no breakout, huh? Oh, there they go. They're finally breaking out. All right, so they broke out the 30-minute opening range. Again, that pivot point is up at 420. Potential move right up to that pivot point. See if they can push. Peter Chan just made his money on that breakout. I love that move. And no clean breakout. That's the only thing I'm not interested in these longs. It's toppy, man. Let's see if they fake it and now bring everybody right back down. Took 10. There you go, Peter Chan. All right, brother. And they brought it right back down. Look at that. Nasty chop. Ooh, they're bringing it back down, down, down. That's candle's looking like a homeless candle right there. They're gonna trick everybody, trap everybody up there, and flush them right back down. See if they can flush everybody below this 340 area. If this area holds, then it's just consolidation. They can bring it right back up. Ooh, now if they break below this, that's nasty. As long as this consolidation area holds, then we're good to the upside. If they break, though, and they start messing, doing the dirty as usual, then that's not good. But if the 340 area holds, then they're going to continue on up. I'm going to try a long. If they flush below the 340 area, then I got to get out. But let's see if we can get some continuation to the upside on this. I don't like my entry. Again, I think I have lag. Every time I hit market order in, it does something crazy here. Struggling to get back above the 9 and the 20, and the 9 and the 20 just cross, so I'm not liking it now. Not liking this long. I'm not liking that long, so I'm getting out for some profit. I did take a couple points there, but the 9 and the 20 just crossed. I don't like that. If they push out, then let it be. The fact that this 9 and 20 just crossed here, I don't like that. That could signal a reversal. Where's the 9 and the 20 on the 5 minute? Did they cross as well, or just so far smaller time frames? So far smaller time frames. All right. 5 minutes still looks good. Five-minute Heikinashi red. Yes, sir. I just looked at that. All right. So we're still in this chop zone. I didn't like the way that 9 and 20 just crossed. It doesn't mean it has to reverse, but that's generally indicator of potential change in direction. So let's see how it plays out. And it looks like they're going to do the breakout now. Just slow consolidation there. No, let's wait for the breakout now. Upside or downside? Looks like it's upside. And right back down. They're pushing to the downside. It's some chop right there. Selling pressure building on that pivot point. They were not able to push above this pivot point. So if this pivot point becomes resistance, then we're going to see the flush right back down. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm good with that cover. When you see that 9 and that 20 cross, there's usually a change in direction. All right, let's see if it's just a test of the bottom and then right back up. Or are they finally going to come back down on this pivot point? Yep, they are. Pivot point fails and now right back down. Or are they just playing the range and right back up? It's chop, man. It's chop, I tell you. Look at those 5-minute candles. Barcoding. All right, so again, that 9 EMA crossed over the 20, and that's what shook me out of that long, which is fine. Well, let's see if it's just consolidation and they bring it back up, or if it's true change in direction, we're going to get a flush pretty soon. Peter Chan, VWAP touch coming. I agree. Looks like the change in direction has happened. VWAP is now 310. Still in the chop zone. Still in the chop zone. But not for long. I think it's flushing. Oh, no, there it goes. Right back up. Nico, yeah, that's the only reason you can take a quick sweep to the downside and then they bring it right back up. Trend is still to the upside overall, but looking like they want to flush. We take a look at the Heikanashis. We got one 5-minute candle in the red. Is that enough to change direction, or let's wait? Chris Noof, what's up, brother? Hope you had a great Thanksgiving with your fam. All right, now there's the flush. Okay, so they flushed it. So that 9, the crossing of that 9 and 20 proved to be the change in direction. I'm okay with that cover. Once I saw the 9 cross below the 20, I was like, that's change. All right, they flushed it. Middle of this channel. If the bulls are going to continue on their way up, they need to push up right here. If they allow this to come back down, then forget it. No bueno. Peter Chan, now Delta drop. Nico, so far the move is still a correction in the 30-minute upswing. I agree. I mean, we're still, if you look at this regression channel, right? This overall channel, that's still playing out. We're still in an uptrend. We're in the middle of that channel, but technically still in the uptrend. If we break below 300 and hold down here, then the channel is broken. But for now, we are still in this ascending channel. All right, so I think longs, they're testing the bottom of that range. They need to push right back up to 9. Ooh, rejection at that 9 again. They're not able to get above that 9 EMA. And now your 20 SMA. So if you look at the price action, right, the 9 EMA and the 20 were providing the support to the upside right here. This was where I was like, I don't like it. Let me get out. The 9 had just crossed the 20. And now it's the vice versa. The 9 is below the 20 SMA. And that could be the resistance to the upside. So this may have just changed. And now we're going to see a move to the downside. I'll be right back, guys. I think I got my UPS guy here. I'll be right back. Miss. All right, what did I miss? Oh, okay, so we're building a little descending channel still around the 9 EMA now as resistance. So remember we had this ascending channel and now we fell right into a descending. And let's see if they can break out. They don't, if this bottom of this overall regression channel, because these are hand-drawn channels, but this one right here is the regression channel. That's based on price action over a couple of hours. If they can break out, then they'll continue to the upside. Otherwise, let's see how long they play that descending channel. I would think they're going to try to break out pretty soon. The bigger picture ascending channel, in other words, price action is still to the upside, higher time frame. So if they're going to use this low now as the bottom of this channel to push up, it should happen pretty quickly. If they flush the bottom of that channel, then forget it. We're right at VWAP, which is right around that area. All right, they're playing that channel. They're breaking it now to the downside. So potentially right back down. Nasty NASDAQ. Playing it dirty today. Again, as usual. All right, they're flushing VWAP, flushing 20 SMA on the higher time frames. Now they're coming for this 200 SMA. Even if that holds, what does that mean now? Ooh, they're flushing it all the way. Will that 200 SMA hold? Wow. Tempted to long this. But direction has changed. All right, so they're bouncing at the 200, potentially coming back right back into that channel. Test the 9 EMA up here again. Well, let's see. They pushed right above that 9. Is that the break they needed? Coming to the top of that channel. What are they going to do there? Bring it back down? Nope. Getting rejected at the 20. But now they're above the 9. So maybe this is now, again, change in direction. Tricky price action. Oh, look at that 15-minute wick right now. Nico, I agree with you. Trouble is now they have swept top and bottom. It's hard to confirm longs again. And yeah, tricky price action here. So just you need to establish again above the 20 SMA. But either way, it's tricky. I wouldn't want to trade this right now, unless I'm scalping. What does Heikinashi look like right now? Now she's still showing red. All right, they did establish themselves above the 20 now. So I guess we're going to see another cross right here. We saw the cross of the 9 and the 20 right here. And now we're going to see, again, another cross right there. So that's change in direction. Maybe this is the move to the upside finally. Swept those lows and right back up. Testing that pivot point. Still within this bigger picture regression channel that you see, the red and green here. Right back into that channel. Yep, heavy volume, I agree. That was a nice 5-minute candle right there. That was a 60-point 5-minute candle that just closed. All right, squeezing out any shorts that entered too late, squeezing them out. All right, coming to that pivot point test. Are they going to break through the pivot point and continue on up, or that's all she wrote? All right, so right here again in the 9 and the 20 crossed. We saw it here, and we saw a change in direction. We're seeing it again here. Possible change in direction again. Nico getting ready for his long. We do see the cross. We saw the cross here, and we changed direction, right? We came back down. The 9 EMA was providing resistance to the downside, but now the 9 EMA is crossed again, so now the 9 EMA can provide support to the upside. Nico says 5-minute lower high, lower low, then break the top, and he's in and along. All right, the 9 is now starting to provide support to the upside. It was resistance on the way down, flipped, and the 20 is now below the 9. So I think that's good for longs. Let's see if they can get above this pivot point. If they can get above the pivot point, then you're going to get back into this original range that we were playing, and they'll quickly move it up and continue on up. Nico, did you check? No, I haven't checked the, you're talking about the Tradeify account. Yeah, I haven't checked that account. Loads blew it on the first day. Wincook blew it oh, he already blew his account. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think if you want to move up on that, the funny thing is if I had made the top 200, I probably wouldn't even be competing. I would just be trying to make money because you get to keep it. If I was in the top 200, I wouldn't be worried about competing. I'd be worried about just making profit. And all right, let's see what we got here. All right, they're testing the bottom of this regression channel, this green and red line, green and red channel here. Let's see. That 9 EMA has to hold, though, for the push up. There it is. All right, so they're back into this little consolidation area we had earlier. I would think if they're going to push up, that's going to be a quick squeeze right through that and then continue. But they got to get above that pivot point. The pivot point right now is providing resistance. That's the blue line, 345. And they're about to pop right above that pivot point. Quick pop up here. Maybe not. And they can't get above that pivot point again, huh? Nico wants that lower high, lower low. At 20 SMA trying to hold the bottom of the channel. Are they going to break it right back down? I think there's another flush coming here. Looking like another flush. Can they hold this? So far, the bottom of this channel is holding. Now they're trying to get above that pivot point, which is the blue line. And when they do, and if they do, it's going to be a quick move up. It's a lot of consolidation for that pivot point. That's a big candle right there. Ooh, I think this is the breakout above that pivot point right there. And maybe not. Still playing the channel though. It's slowly grinding up. They haven't flushed this low yet. They move up, they come back and test. They move up, they come back and test the bottom of this channel. But I think it's only a matter of time before they pop above that pivot point. There they go. Trying to pop above that pivot point. And maybe not. Chris New, still range consolidation, 316, 348. Yep. Got a little consolidation. We're going back into this one, but if they pop up, this original consolidation zone from earlier, right? This area right here, that could be a quick push up. They pop out, that's going to be a quick, if they pop out. All right, they're popping out. That should be pretty quick right back up here. Peter Chan, long 60.5. Oh, that's right, your other 30-minute candle. Which one is that one right here? All right, that should be a pretty quick move up. And I guess they're going to continue on up, but I'm pretty much done. I'm locking in the profit for the day. Boom. That was the quick move up. So they broke out above the pivot point. That was enough consolidation for that. And now right back to the top of the original consolidation area that they're testing current session high. And now it's taking off. Freddie wants to take a house account trade. All right, let's hop onto the chat account trade. I'm done with my trading. I'm locking in the profit. All right, let's take a look at house account. Freddie, you want to take what? You do gold trade, 2 minis long market. All right, gold. Where's gold at? All right, let's take a look at gold. Oh, NQ just took off. Oh, I'm in the wrong contract. What is it? It's GC. What's the new contract for gold? GCG. Whoa, what happened to NQ? NQ just blew up. Straight move to 400. All right, well, I get this set up. Let's take a look at NQ. NQ just, boom, exploded. All right, Freddie, 2 gold trade, 2 mini stop loss, 6 points, long market. Okay, so you want 2 minis long on gold. All right, let's go. 2 minis on long on gold. Here we go. Buy market. And your stop. Where do you want your stop to be? Stop loss 6 points. So 62.56. All right. Here's your stop. And house account now in a trade with 2. And Freddie, what are you targeting? Wow, look at NQ. NQ just blasted out. NQ just went for the next pivot point, 422, and 3-4 1-minute candles. Nasty NASDAQ. Chris Noof, 1,099 across 4 evals. Nicely done, brother. Nicely done. All right, let's go back to chat account. Chat account is in a long on Goldilocks. Freddie is targeting 42.71. All right, so there you go. There's your setup. NQ exploded, hit that pivot point, and right back, taking a little pullback there. Yeah, I'm leaving NQ alone. I think I'm all right with my profit there. Let's go back to the house account. Chris, my scared money ain't making money on this long. That was a quick one. It happened so quick. Nico, couldn't trade that 5-minute yeah, I mean, listen, we watched it, but that was pretty damn quick. Trying to look at the entry. Once you came back into this hindsight, right? Like if I were to journal this, and how would I participate in that long? Obviously, if you had entered here, but we were in this consolidation zone. I guess really was this candle right here breaking into this original consolidation and held. If you can be quick enough for that, that was the breakout above the pivot point, and then 2 candles, 2 1-minute candles. That's all you had. 50 points and 2 1-minute candles. You only had about 30-45 seconds to make a decision right here on this breakout candle to hop on. unless you had hopped on previously on the previous pullback and held. All right, let's take a look at this Goldilocks trade. But that was a tough one. That happened too quick. Too quick to participate. All right, I'm going to watch this trade a little bit, pretty, but I may call the stream pretty soon. But let's see if we can get a quick little gold rally for you here and get some more green for the house account. Nico is now going to play it if he makes a lower high, lower low. And Chris Noof, pivot point at 426. Yeah, depending on what platform you use in terms of pivot points. I don't look at pivot points as a number. I look at pivot points as an area. But right here is the next pivot point. Ninja Trader, I know, has it's usually off by a couple points. This one is based off of Trading View. But coming to this pivot point, a little bit of resistance there. It was a nice clean move once it broke out, in hindsight. Chris Noof, you're on Volumetrica DX feed. Nice. And here they go. They want more. They're going to push right above that pivot point. Oh, let's look at Preddy's trade. Preddy's in some nice green as usual. Nico, even ES just shot up. Not gambling. Let's bring in ES. Where is ES? Actually, never mind. I'm going to watch this gold trade and call it a day. Dividend cake long on ES. Chris Noof, yeah. We had I think we had like a $13,000 trade last week. Not last week, 2 weeks ago. One trade. Was it 13,000? No, it was a $5,000 trade, right, Freddie? It was one mini for 250 points. And we had forgotten about it. In other words, the house account went into a long. We forgot about it. And then when we went back, it was up 250 points on one mini. So it took like a $5,000 win. Yeah, like 7K or something like that. It's pretty funny. That day, I think that day was a $13,000 day, right? Wasn't it? I'll pull it up in a second. Let's go back to NQ. $9,000 day. So let's take a look at the house account performance. Started off in the red, 3,000, 9,000. That was a $9,000 day that day. Then last week, obviously, I didn't stream at all last week. I was away, and now we're back. So looks like the house account is back in some nice green. Let's move this to candlestick. Here we go. And looking like Freddy again. Bringing some green for the house account. Julian, what's up, brother? Chris Noof, I did 600 overnight on the CME crash. 6 micros. Yeah, I didn't trade last night. I wanted to, but still had some family, and I just decided, you know what? Let me give myself a couple days and relax. Now we're back. All right, so we're coming to this little area right here. Potential little bit of resistance around these wicks here. See if they can continue on up. 271 is your target, right, Freddie? You're targeting this right here. This little support area. This wick. All right, we'll wait for this trade. I'm done with my trades. I'm locking in the profit for today, and let's watch this house account trade on Goldilocks, and I'm out. Good way to start the week in the green and locking it in. NQ looking at wants to continue right above that pivot point. I mean, I guess we'll see 500, 25,500 today. I'm not going to trade it, but that's the next stop. They can push above this little resistance area. That's back to Friday, Sunday's open up there, right? 500. All right. Freddie wants break-even trade, move stop loss. All right, so you'll take the break-even. I'll give you a little bit of green there for you. There you go. So it's either break-even or 71 on the house account trade. Nico, the top spot on the cup, blew it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why they're blowing those accounts, man. That's free money. All you got to do is trade it. You got 2 weeks. I guess they all really want to win. I get it. But that's a live account, man. That's 80-20% split. Why blow it? There's no point of blowing that top 200 account because you get to keep 80% of it? But hey, I get it. They all want the top prize. So it's all in or nothing. So I respect that. All right, let's get this trade for Freddie, and I'm out. I'm locking in my green for the day. Good way to start the week. Good way to start the month. And I'm already thinking 2026. How many more accounts I'm going to load up? Dividend cake, ego, yeah. Nico, long NQ on the 5-minute, the break of the 5-minute top. Gotcha. It's taking a pullback though, so. All right, let's get this gold trade for Freddie, and I'm out. Gold taking its sweet time. All right, let me see how this looks. Let me fix this up a little bit. All right, go. Ooh, Preddy, nicely done. Look at that. We're going to see this. And Preddy bringing in more. Nicely done. $1,600 trade there, Preddy. Good stuff. All right, guys. Preddy, as usual, man. You and these sniper gold trades. Very nice. So more green for the house account. All right, guys. That's it for me. I'll see you guys tonight. I'll be back for Asia. Last week, like I said, I was out for the whole week. It's good to be back. I'll be back on tonight for Asia and tomorrow. See you guys in the morning. So hope everyone's in the green. Ooh, look at NQ. NQ right back to this pivot point. NQ chopping. Gives you these breakouts, but chops. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you're in the green, lock it in. If you're in the red, don't make it hard on yourself. See you guys tomorrow. Laters. Appreciate everybody. Preddy, Chris Noof, Peter Chan, Nico, Dividend Cake, and anybody else out there tuned in. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or later tonight.